Hello everybody, welcome to GTPlanet and welcome to another video here on our channel. My name's Chaz Draycott, lead video producer for GTPlanet, and it's great to be back once again. Today we're taking on another one of the daily races. We've got this new set for the next 7 days. We've got race A, B and C as we always do. Group 4, 3 and 1 this week. The Group 1 race at Monza should be pretty good fun with the slipstreaming. I'm not going to be taking that one on in this video. I might do another video later in the week where I do take that on. But for this one, I'm going to take on race A for this week, which is only 5 laps around Deep Forest, but it's in Group 4 cars, and that's quite an interesting combination here because the time trial for this week is the Mitsubishi Evolution, or the Lancer Evolution final Group 4 car at Deep Forest, so we may see a number of players using that because you get good practice in it trying to do the time trial. As of this screenshot that you can see here, and as of the time of recording, I've actually managed to get a gold time on the time trial, but I'm sure that that's going to improve as the week goes on, and I'm right on the cusp of falling into silver, so we'll see. But that's how I earn my money on Gran Turismo 7, you know, you jump in and just do the time trial all the time. You only have to do a few laps really to sort of get acquainted with the car and track combo, and then you can earn yourself some money. There's no driver rating updates for this race. That's Bosco, by the way, my mum's dog. I'm looking after him at the minute, and he will be wandering about the house, so I do apologise. Yeah, driver rating does not get updated in this race at all, so the safety rating does, so you still need to think about driving cleanly. But if you lose out to other drivers that are over a lower rating, then, yeah, you know, you're not going to lose anything in terms of your performance there. What are you doing? It's what he does. Anyway, we're going to rent a event-specified car for this because I want to use the Evo because I think it feels really good around this circuit. It's got a very touring car-y vibe to it. It's not fantastic on the brakes. Well, it's good on the brakes, but it's very straight-liney on the brakes. It really doesn't like to turn in. But then again, this is Gran Turismo 7. They don't like it when you turn on the brakes. We've got a few minutes to get this sorted, so I'm going to do my qualifying time trial and see what sort of lap time I can set. Now, as somebody that's played Gran Turismo since the days of Gran Turismo 1, granted there's a few in the middle that I never played, I'm not sure if I prefer this version of Deep Forest to the original. I never liked the sort of penultimate corners at this circuit on the original game and on Gran Turismo 2 in particular, but I don't know, the final sector here now, it provides a lot more overtaking opportunities. There's a few changes that really spice the circuit up a bit as well. I can see the dog out of the corner of my eye walking around behind me. So sorry. Is Bosco going to become an internet sensation? Maybe he's a good luck charm and I actually get a result out of this one. I am hoping to do more of these daily race videos and make them a regular thing, so I hope you're enjoying them so far. We obviously did the Bathurst race in the Group 3 cars last week, which was race C. I'm going to try and mix it up a bit so I'm not always doing race A or I'm not always doing race B or C. I'm going to sort of try and change which one I do each week. Just do whichever one takes my fancy, to be honest, and if any of them are significant in any way, then obviously we'll go about doing that. It's only 5 laps around here, so I don't think there's much to think about in terms of strategy. I'm just loving how stable this car is. I do love the Group 4 cars on Gran Turismo 7. Really do like them. It's one of my favourite racing categories because they're not the most powerful machines in the world, so you have to really drive them and use the momentum, and you get long enough to react and have some great racing with them. They usually provide very good racing, so we'll see how this one goes, shall we? Cross the line, and I think the time I did before was a 35.2 in the time trial. But I think that was on mediums and I'm on hards here. Oh, that's a little bit wide. Feels like it's got no guts up that hill. It's really lobbed the lock on. Quick jab at the brakes there. Oh, the car got a bit out of shape. No, that's ruined that one. I came off the brakes really quite aggressively and it, yeah, just rolled the car right and it had a big four-wheel slide. Same again there. I've got my monitors on really dark, so until those headlights catch that barrier on the left, I cannot see. There should be an improvement, but not as much as I'd like it to be. There's definitely time to be found in the first sector. I'm definitely slower there as well, braking well too early. I try and brake about the 150, between the 150 and 100 board for turn 1. I think it should be about the 100 board for that hairpin. Okay, half a second off my best time as we cross the line. 1:35.7, not too shabby. Right, just before the 100 board. Yeah, that's about right, I'd say. You could push your luck and go to the 100 board, but you'd have to nail the engine braking and the gear changes on the way down. Little tap of brakes there. Little tap of brakes there. Yeah, just get it turned in a little bit earlier that time. There we go. We've gained a bucket load of time now. Oh, it wants to understeer though. I got greedy on the throttle, but it's helped out, you know. I'll try and coax it around there. That wasn't great, was it? I lost a bit of time there. I do like this car though. Like I say, it's almost like a touring car, instead of it being the GT car as the sort of category implies. Let's brake at the 100. I mean, it does stop, but yeah. You don't quite get the turn in. I mean, I've gained loads of time actually, so maybe in the long run it was better. But I'll be braking a little bit before the 100 board next time. Might go back to the time trial at this rate and see if I can beat that time I did before. Obviously different conditions at this point. Across the line. 135, 139. I'm happy with that, you know. I'm as happy as can be with that time. There may be a few little moments here and there where I can gain time, but I think I'm going to just wait now for the race to get underway. Maybe just do a few more laps as a bit of soft practice just to get used to how the car behaves in certain corners. But I feel good about this one. It's only 5 laps. It's going to be effectively a sprint race, a very, very short sprint race. So let's jump in and see how we get on. Right then, it's time. Here we go. So we're going to be 5th on the grid, 35.1. Wow, Mauri is the fastest with a 34.0, 34.1. Then there's quite a gap back to Aguita Collega. I think that's how you say it. David 73 is ahead of us in the Alfa Romeo. Fredo Scalex. Decent spread of pace. Interesting car selections. A Ferrari, there's GTRs. There's a lot of GTRs actually. 1 or 2 Evos as well as mine. Oh, he says he's on YouTube live now. Well, I'm in the race, mate. So can't watch, unfortunately. 5th on the grid. We've got a Ferrari behind. GTRs for days. And I'm not sure whether that's blasphemy or brilliance with that Castrol livery on that Alpha. We're in the standard livery today. We're in basic mode. I'm excited. The Ferrari in Group 4 sounds incredible as well. It's possibly my favourite Group 4 car. I wish Ferrari had done a GT4 version of that thing. Right then. Let's do it, shall we? I've already missed a gear change. Ferrari's going to mug me. I didn't think it'd hop up the revs that quickly. He's right behind me. You can see it on the radar in the bottom right of the screen. He's there. Still on my inside. Oh, hello. Ran a little bit wide into me there. That's alright. Oh, I think we just got a little bit of a tap from the car behind. Let's just cut that corner a tiny bit. It's almost like nighttime conditions, which is really cool. Looks really spicy. You're going to get to see all the flames and pops and bangs from all the cars. The Alpha that was in front of us managed to gain a place. Listen to that Ferrari. Don't hit the Ferrari. Try and get a better run out of here. And by doing that, no. I thought I'd get on the throttle earlier and try and tuck it in, but no. Is he alongside me? I'm not sure. The radar isn't always the most accurate to show when someone is completely alongside you or not. The penalty will apply on the next lap, I think. Nice and close there, son. Oh, he's been hit from the car behind. That's pushed him wide. Okay. Well, that one shoved me out of the way. We've been battered here. Okay, so a bit of a rough first lap. But it is what it is. You've gone a little bit deep there, Mr. Ferrari. Let's get on the throttle early and cut back underneath him. I'm still here, son. Flipping heck. Oh, can we nip back down the inside here? Oh, I understeered on the brakes a little bit. That was bad. Yeah, he's giving me what for. Whoa, I stayed on the brakes there because I knew he was going to cut back in front. Okay, we're going to get a penalty now, so we've got a bit of time to make back up. And there's a car right behind me as well. This is brutal. This is the thing with these shorter races as well. You often find that there's a little bit less patience from some drivers. Oh, didn't need third gear. Oh wow, there's been some large shenanigans there. That's one of the cars that was right near the front of the pack that's gone off. Let's try and get past Zanganas. There's a car on my left. He's actually recovered really quickly in the Genesis. Good little battle this though. Let's get some slipstream. You don't get a huge amount of slipstream in the Group 4 cars, but you do get enough. Oh, come on, mate. Oh, you can't move around that much. Oh, look, yeah, well, he's done us both in there because he's worried me to the point where I've missed my braking point and he missed his own. Then the Genesis has absolutely smacked the Ferrari off the planet. Something's happened behind there, I think. Quite like the look of that Genesis thing in that livery. It reminds me of the old Renault F1 cars. Put my nose down the inside and have a little ganders. I'm not going to go for it, though. Oh, it's all checked up a little bit there. Everyone's gone in a little bit hot. So easy to do that, though. That's the thing. That's what makes the difference between some of the good drivers and me, is that I'm very easily sort of coerced by what the car in front is doing. GTR just up front is indicating to the right for some reason. Not sure if he's done that by mistake. We can join him in solidarity and indicate as well. Hoping we can benefit from this scrap in front and not get caught up in any of their silliness. Wasn't Maori the guy that qualified fastest? Oh, my nose was not welcome there. Oh, he's had a bit of a slide there as Maori. This is not good because I feel like we're sort of losing those two in front because they seem to be quicker than him. Got the run. I sneak my nose down the inside. He's giving me room, thank you. We remain side by side. Oh, don't do that. Back onto our own racing line. Oh, look at that. You couldn't make that up. Proud of that. Okay, into 5th place. It's where we started the race, so not bad. I always say in a race, if you can finish where you started or above, you've not had a bad race. Hopefully. Oh, they've got a very good run on us from behind there. He's sending it. Thanks for that. 3 wide. Oh. Well, I've been mugged there. Felt like I had to get out of it to avoid incident, if I'm honest. I'm not too pleased with losing 2 places on the final lap. Braking a little bit early, just in case either of those guys, well, overdo it. Oh, I had to compromise my exit to not hit him. I'm still there. Side by side to the flag here. We're on the inside line, so we've got the shorter run to the line. But he's going to carry momentum around the outside. The speed of the GTR is very, very strong, and he's just going to beat us to the line. It's a photo finish. Well, he may have beaten us, but yeah. That was good fun, though. That was brutal, brutal fun. But this is the thing, you could do so many of these in one day. It's a really, really good laugh to do them. Sometimes the driving standards aren't the best, but it's online racing. It's going to be tough. You're going to get people trying to send moves and so on down the inside, and it just happens. It's what happens in racing. But I hope you've enjoyed this little insight into this week's Daily Race A anyway. Hopefully I will be doing another one of these later in the week, but it just depends on recording time and what I can get together. But yeah, that's been a lot of fun. I'm going to collect my rewards now. Obviously, driving marathon is going to be done for the day, which is lovely. A 6-star roulette ticket. Hello. Well, we'll go and open that, and you guys can get to see what I get as a reward. The other daily race this week as well is Group 3 cars at Fuji, and I am awful at Fuji, and I'm not fantastic in Group 3 cars, so I'm going to avoid that one. Let's go to gifts and see what we've got, shall we? This should be quite spicy. That noise is very satisfying. Oh, it's all parts. Looks like them. Yep. Cool. Wow. What's that? Sorry. Stroke up for the DeLorean. Amazing. Amazing. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Really hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. You know what? You deserve better, because in the last one, I forgot to save the replay to do any external shots, and I even said that I was going to use external shots in that replay. So what I'm doing for you all is I'm redoing this race later on in the afternoon. We're going to go back in the Evo, and we're going to give it another attempt. I don't want to leave the other episode or the other race out of that and pretend it never happened, because it was quite a good race. And we'll see, obviously, what the difference is going to be for this one. There's literally a minute left for me to sign in, so let's get on with the second run-through of this race, shall we? Okay, so we're in, and we're going to be starting 3rd, 4th on the grid this time. A bunch of Evos. Like I said at the start of the video, there's going to be a number of people in that car because they've basically been able to sort of practice for free using the time trial. I mean, it's not like you have to pay for practice or anything anyway, but you know what I mean. People will naturally have more practice in that car around here because of the time trial that this week presents us. So I'm going to make sure I get comfy, and we're going to give this one another go. I know a little bit more about the circuit now and a few of the nuances of it and so on. There's another Ferrari in this. There's a Lamborghini Huracan. There's a few Huracans, actually. And the G70, the Group 4 Genesis, and another Alpha. So it seems like they're the cars to be in, actually. Okay. Not much else to say. Let's crack on. Oh, that Lambo sounds fantastic, doesn't it? I'm going to put the bottom right screen on radar, keep an eye on who's around us. I used that to my advantage a few times in the previous race when I knew that people were sending it down the inside and making moves. Right then, go time for the second time in one video. And again, I've slightly overdone it in first gear. Just missed the change. I'm going to keep my eye on that screen in the bottom right. See if the driver behind does anything to make a move. Hopefully not. Oh, I've gone straight on though. Everybody's gone a little bit straight on at turn 1. There's a car to my left. Hopefully, I was going to say give him enough room, but didn't give me any room at all. Gotta give what you get. Come across as if he's not there. No, that wasn't so bad. Excuse me. Wow. That's not kosher, is it? Car on the inside. Oh, we've got another hit from the rear. Now, it's the driver rating that's not affected. Your safety rating is affected by this sort of race. There's been a bit more of a fluctuation in race A's in the last couple of months that have determined that it's not always safety rating and driver rating that are not affected. There's some shenanigans going on here. That's definitely my word for it. Drive into the wall, Charles. We're just going to stick to our line on the outside. Hopefully the Lambo doesn't come back across to the right here. I'm going to go around the outside of the Lambo, I think. Never mind. What on earth happened there? There's another car to our left. This is mayhem. What are you doing? I mean, standards aren't great here. This is a bit poor. There sometimes needs to be a little bit more consequence. Oh, I'm so scared. Go on, everyone run into everyone and run wide. Oh, well, that Aston just went into reverse. What is going on here? Maybe they all just need to eat a Snickers, because you're not you when you're hungry. Remember? Oh, well, that's a mess. Thank you. Little short shift to third there. Shimmy right, then left. He's got a penalty for something. Maybe contact, I'm not sure. He's going to be slowing down now on this back straight section. He respectfully moves over to the left. Bruce 1 has gone. Kind of glad about that. I think he was the catalyst for a lot of that. Are we going to get hit? Yes. Of course we are. I'm still being hit. Are you okay? Oh, you're joking. Oh, that's annoying. Don't get me wrong, this is still exciting, but like, I mean, there's very little respect going on here. I'm being hit. I've just been hit in a straight line. Don't see the point in moving over on straights. Dander's made a bit of a mistake there. It's going to set him slightly offline for the next couple of corners. Woody's been quite respectful though and not running into the back of him. He's braking a little bit earlier, making a compromise. That's what you've got to do when you're chasing like we are right now. You've got to make a bit of a compromise. You can't just drive into the back of the car in front. I'm lifting slightly there just to make life a bit easier. We're going to go over to the left-hand side. Okay, we're behind the Aston now. We are the last running car in the field. Bit frustrating. Don't feel that's fully through any fault of mine. I mean, guilty by association potentially, but that's a shame. Scrapping in front, so hopefully we can get a top 10 out of 11 cars. Maybe I'm just a bit too soft to be a cutthroat racer. I don't know. I'm not trying to big myself up too much, but you know, I like to be polite when I'm on here. I don't want to be really making forceful moves on people and just, you know, letting off the brakes to hit people out of the way. I don't think that's fair racing. Some people have no remorse with it seems. There's a great old ding-dong going on in front now. Actually, 6 cars we've got in our immediate vicinity. Got one more lap as well. Hopefully if these lot slow each other down for a bit, we can get amongst all of this. How is that Lamborghini facing the wrong way before the corner? There's some mess going on here. We're up to 9th somehow. Everybody's staying over there. Let's just get a little bit of slipstream. As I said earlier, you don't get a lot of it in the Group 4 cars. Well, that was silly, wasn't it? Oh, he's clipped me on the way back on. I was just trying to make sure I didn't hit Crispy. Genesis is sideways. Crispy's off. And suddenly we're 5th. And suddenly we've been hit again. I don't know how we've ended up 5th here. Chasing down Insect, and I don't think we're going to get 4th place. Seems like we've got rid of most of the rabble behind, which is good. A few of them have got penalties. Let's get first gear, short shift to 2nd, get a nice punch out of the corner. Well, I don't think that was too bad a recovery, do you? Just got to keep your head on, look at the positives, and crack on. 5th place in the end, after somehow gaining like 4 or 5 places in the last lap and a half. Wow, that was crazy. But again, you know, when you look at the positives, these sprint races can be a hell of a lot of fun. Sure, sometimes it can be a bad thing that the safety rating isn't affected in some of them, or that the driver rating isn't affected in some of them. It can lower the driving standards somewhat. I got the fastest lap of the race as well there, that's quite cool. But these are good fun. At the end of the day, when it doesn't matter against your stats, you sort of know what you might be getting into with them a little bit. So, you know, it's a bit of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, as we often say. Still, I enjoyed myself with that one. I'm actually going to save the replay this time, so hopefully you've had some tasty little external shots from this race, and hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. As I've said before, we will be looking back at other daily races as each week goes on. I'll be trying to do a video each week of one of them, one of the 3 anyway, and hopefully you enjoy it. But thanks once again for watching, everybody, and we'll see you very, very soon on GT Planet.